to Sarah from Losing It For Me 42 with my week. I'm going to go with 70 something. It'll be in the title. Update from VSG surgery. So I had VSG, or vertical sleeve gastrectomy, on October 26, 2016. My high weight was 389, and that was in April of 2016. My surgery weight was 324, so I lost 65 pounds pre-op. I'm not sure what I came at you guys last time. It was probably around like 210 to 209, something like that. I've had a rough couple of weeks, pain-wise, my neck, my head, my back, everything. One thing or another has been hurting extremely, mostly my neck. For those of you who are newer, who don't know, I have a herniated disc in my neck. I also have herniated discs in my back. And they have really acted up. It started like the week before my period. Then the week of my period was kind of rough, and now it's like the week after my period, and it's still terrible. To give you some clue of what my past couple weeks have been, April 1st, I weighed in at 210. Today is Thursday. It's not Wednesday. Sorry, guys. I know, I'm so late. It's April 12th now. So April 1st, I was 210. Monday, which was, April 5th, 6th, something like that, I weighed in at 220, or 219.6, almost 220. To give you some idea. So, I think it was a mixture of inflammation, the fact that I ate a whole ton of carbs, and it kind of started slowly where I wasn't eating terribly, but I was definitely having more carbs than normal, and then that kind of just ballooned a little bit out of proportion, and in the end I just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna lean in on it and just go hog wild, and Monday I will get back on track. And that's kind of what I did. Just to kind of like purge it from my system, to really kind of like, indulge so that I wouldn't want to indulge later, kind of thing. And a lot of it I know is emotional eating. This is my big issue, is emotional eating. And it's not, I don't emotionally eat when I'm happy. I don't emotionally eat when I want to celebrate or anything like that. For me, it is when I feel like poop. So whether it's physical or emotional, these are the times in which I emotionally eat. If I'm sick, if I'm in pain, if I'm just having a really like rough mental time, these are the times that I emotionally eat, and that is my biggest issue. So I'm trying to address that, mostly because I realize like eating carbs doesn't help the pain. And I don't mean like just eating doesn't help the pain, but like carbs in general don't tend to do well with inflammation. They tend to make inflammation worse. So you're kind of just feeding into a really bad cycle. And so I was like, gotta purge this. And so Monday I weighed in at 219.6. I started a fast Sunday night after dinner. And today is Thursday, April 12th, and I just broke my fast this morning with some cream in my coffee. So from Sunday night to Thursday morning, about 82 hours. My longest yet. Usually I break it Wednesday afternoon. I usually do like Sunday night to Wednesday afternoon, but I was feeling pretty good this time and didn't feel the need to break it, so I didn't. I'm actually just breaking it now, not because I need to, which is amazing. It's just because I have, when I break my fast, a little TMI, I get digestional issues because my body doesn't tend to process things unless I'm eating. So the first day back on eating, my body's like, ah, and it's not happy. And since I have a sales meeting on Friday and there's going to be food and I'm going to like want to participate in stuff, not with the alcohol, definitely not with the alcohol, but I'm going to want to participate in stuff, and I want to make sure that I'm not having digestional issues during a sales meeting. So I'm breaking the fast now. I did really well on this fast. I really think I found a game changer for me when it comes to fasting. Normally I stop fasting because I don't feel well. I get about Sunday to Wednesday, so about 3 days in, about a little less than 3 days total. But I get about that length in, and I start to kind of not feel the greatest. As my body runs into the reserves, that's when I'm like, it processes, it burns through all the stored sugar and stuff in my system, and then all of that glycogen and whatever, and then it hits my actual reserves of fat and stuff, and when it does, and when it switches to fat burning, then my body goes like, ugh. And I just don't feel that hot. Ooh. Come around the corner and set in stone. And I don't feel that great. One of the things that I realized is that I was pretty much relying on Powerade Zero as my electrolyte supplement, and it's not a good electrolyte supplement. I started taking Vega hydrating electrolyte supplement. If you remind me, I'll put it in the box below. Hopefully I'll remind myself what it is, but it really made a big difference. I really think, because I've been taking, it's just a scoop in a bottle of water a day, and I didn't feel anything from it, but I didn't have any of the negative side effects that I usually do when I do a fast. I didn't get lightheaded. I didn't get any weird oogie feeling. I felt perfectly fine. And at times I was hungry, but overall, I just felt fine. I didn't feel like last night I came home and I cooked stuff for my meals today, and I was like, that smells really good. I really gotta want to eat that, but I wasn't hungry for it. I was like, oh, that smells really good, which is something I really like about fasting, is it really gives me that separation from an act that helps me pinpoint and focus on be aware of that act. So a lot of the times I realize suddenly I'm really hungry. Why am I really hungry? Oh, can't get rid of that sun. Oh, my coworker's eating. And so I realize that I get triggered with the sense of hunger when people around me are eating, which makes sense. But it's very interesting that I realize that a lot of the times I pull out my lunch to eat because somebody else is eating, not because I'm hungry. And I think that's interesting. A lot of the times, when I was cooking food, realizing that I would, sorry guys, I would eat as I was cooking. I would take little bits and eat little bits as I'm cooking and taste things and things like like that, and like I was shredding up cheese, and I was like, cheese, and I was like, no cheese. But it's one of those like almost subconscious behaviors that you're not really aware that you're doing. And I was like, this is stuff that I do all the time. Another one is, and I find this very interesting, it's always usually peanut butter. I'll like instinctually reach for the peanut butter jar and then like remember that I'm fasting. And I'm like, my hand is on the peanut butter jar, and I was like, wow, I wasn't even thinking about, I just saw it and my brain was like, yeah. And I was like, no. So being aware of that kind of behavior and like having that distance where it really kind of highlights it, and you go like, oh crap, I do that all the time. A lot of subconscious eating that I'm not aware of. And not eating because I'm hungry. It's a lot of just like, oh, that sounds good. Let me just have that. That looks good. Let me just have that. But with this electrolyte supplement, I feel like I could have gone a lot longer. And I feel like once you hit like a certain point, like your body really doesn't get that hungry. Like I was tempted to break my fast last night, and then I remembered that when I usually break my fast, going towards keto afterwards, like I will be like supercharged with energy when I break my fast. I was like, I'd like to sleep tonight, or last night. I was like, I'd like to sleep, and therefore I'm not going to do that at night. I also like to break my fast at work because I have a limited amount of food. And the first time that I bring with me to work, the first time I did a fast and I broke it, I had a binge mentality afterwards, and I was at home and I just went like through everything. So having limited food when you first break your fast has been helpful for me to not have that kind of behavior. So I also find that it also helps that I break my fast with fat, because then my body is already been switched over to burning fat, and so therefore like it's satisfied. It's satisfied pretty easily. Where when I broke it with protein, it was not satisfied. So yeah, this has been a really good switch for me. I did it mostly to try to help with the inflammation, and breaking my fast today, I weighed in at 212.2, so it was like a 7.6 pound loss, which is really all the water that I was retaining. And I just feel like I feel good. I feel like I definitely have gotten to a better mental state, and that like carbs fuck you up. They really do. You don't realize it, and you're just like, but it's just food. It can't hurt, and it does totally hurt. It just messes me up. It messes me up in the head. It messes me up in the body. It messes me up everywhere, and it's just, I like them, and I know that like I really enjoy the feeling of keto, but it's super hard for me to be on it long term, because it's limiting. I know lots of people say it's not. For me, it is. There are things I like that I would like to eat that are really carby, but aren't as bad as like, it's not like I want to go out eating bread. It's just I like chips on occasion, and when I eat them, then it's like, and my issue with keto, and this has always been the way, is like, then I feel like, oh, I've been kicked out of ketosis, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing, and then I go overboard because of that, and it's just it's a bad cycle. However, I'm trying to stay keto. I'm going to try again. I'm committed to really doing this and to really get behind it, hoping I can do it. But it's rough. It's not easy, and this is what my body responds to. Um, and it's hard when you can't exercise for weight loss. Like, your food becomes everything. And that is a super hard position to be in. I really want to get into exercising again, but every time I do, I just have these horrible flares, and they're just, it becomes to a point where I go, like, it's just not worth it. I get 1 or 2 days in, and then I am, like, even worse off for, like, weeks. And I'm like, it's this really bad cycle, and I can't bring myself to do that yet. I need to get to a better place physically before I can really get back into exercising. That being said, I did make an appointment to see a neurologist. My orthopedic doctor highly suggested it because of all of the head pain that I have, and some weird nerve stuff going on because of the herniated disc in my neck. So I have an appointment to see a neurologist, and hopefully that can help a bit with that pain. I've put off getting the shots in my back because I more want shots in my neck, because my neck has now become the bigger issue than my lower back. Though my lower back does still have issues, it's not as severe as my neck has been. My neck has been like somewhere between an 8 and a 10 most days. It's been fucking ridiculous. And because of the whole rigmarole of how I have to get shots, I have to take a day off, I have to have someone to come with me, because they put you under general anesthesia, or light anesthesia, or whatever. They actually like put you under, so you can't drive yourself home. So I have to have someone to come with me. So it's a big hassle. And so if I'm going to do it, I'd rather do it for my neck. But my doctor doesn't want to do it for my orthopedic doctor doesn't want to do it for my neck until I see the neurologist. So I have to see the neurologist first. So I've been waiting to see the neurologist. Now I gotta see the neurologist, and then I can go. Yeah. Doctors. So yes, doing all of that. But moving forward, keep swimming. Trying to really focus on a lot of positives. It's hard when you feel cruddy all the time to think of positives and to focus on positives when I'm trying. As my weight like really ballooned, for me, like that was really kind of like I noticed I stopped weighing, which is a bad thing for me, because I didn't want to see what was on the scale. I just it was just not a good mental place to be in. So I'm doing much better now. I'm on track now. Let's hope I can stay there. But it's all about just doing what you can do. And I think that's the important thing for all of us to remember, is sometimes it's just making a good food choice once or twice a day, you know, and working to improve those food choices to every meal. And don't try to go if you're making poor food choices every meal, try for one meal. You know, it'd be nice to get all of your meals, but try for one meal. Try little bit of accomplishments. I'm a big hard left turn kind of person, so like I do well when I make hard left turns, but I know lots of people aren't, and sometimes you just have to start with tiny little things, and it's just like make one thing better and go from there. And don't let people like get you distracted or anything from it or down because their progress is different than yours. Like, just focus on you, focus on the big picture, focus on how far you've come and how far you're going. So, hang in there, guys. I am. Talk to you next week. Bye.